Hello, Identity 5 gamers. I was invited to another tournament. That's right. So there is a tournament going on hosted by Kuroshiro Gaming, the YouTuber, if you know him, called the Demon King Tournament. It's a bit of an interesting tournament because it matches up survivors against hunters, but they don't have teams necessarily. It's like you're kind of just on your own. Like you have a team of 4 survivors, and then you have 1 hunter that just kind of play by themselves alone, and they get matched up into each other. It's pretty interesting. So I got invited to be one of the Demon Kings for the tournament, not because my hunter is good, but because I'm a content creator. So how the Demon King tournament works is it's supposed to be S-Badge hunters versus a team. Well, I don't have an S-Badge hunter. I've never had an S-Badge for a hunter, and I've never even reached Hydra. The highest hunter rank I've ever got is Dragon 0 stars. And if you've seen my hunter ranks currently, I struggle against freaking Griffins at times. My hunter is very bad. But when Kuroshiro asked, I was like, listen, my hunter sucks. If I play, I'm going to get destroyed. Are you cool with that? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. It's just for fun anyways. So I was like, okay, it's just for fun, sure. Surely I won't run into anybody crazy. You know, maybe the matchup I'll stand a chance. So I got the strongest team possible. It is so funny how bad my luck is, because it is not a joke. I am the worst hunter in the Demon King roster by a long shot. And I got the best survivor team by a long shot. Let me show you real quick. So this is the first person that I'm going up against, a KON survivor. Their all-time high is 100 stars peak tier, and they've been a Hydra 50 stars. Their win rate, 60% champion. That is considered to be very good, especially on the NAEU server. So this was going to be already a very difficult opponent starting things off. Next up, we had an S-Badge mechanic. Their win rate is 73%, which is absolutely insane on NAEU. Now, of course, it is in Alley 5, so that's typically to be expected among some of the best players on the server. But even then, that is very, very impressive. And, you know, S-Badge mechanic, I had to make sure I banned that mechanic. And, of course, they've been peak tier with both factions as well. Not only that, but we are also up against popular TikToker Rena Iconic, which is very good at Dream Witch. As you can see, first Dream Witch here. But they play a lot of other characters. They play a lot of Melly, it looks like, recently, Perfumer, and Coordinator. But yeah, they're a very talented dual faction player with pretty high win rates as well. 45 in peak tier is considered to be quite high as well. So yeah, another scary, scary member of the team. But that is not all. We are also matched up against RVL Green. You know, the Koa survivor. You know, part of the best team on NAEU. Yeah. So basically, this is one of the best survivors on the server. Debatably a top 5 survivor on the server. 98 max in peak tier, 74% win rate on Alley 1. That is very good for Alley 1. As you can see, Green is extremely, extremely talented and plays a ton of survivor and has fought the best of the best in the world in Koa. And now I have to fight this person. Yeah, it's not looking good. Anyways, I'm not gonna spoil the results of the games, but let's just say I tried really hard, and that's all I can say. I will put a disclaimer. These will be painful to watch. I'm still shaking a little bit. Let's just get right into the first match here. Okay, so we're watching this from Kuroshiro's stream. So as you can see, here's the ban picks. I'm up against Perfumer, Gardener, Novelist, and Forward, and I'm playing Opera Singer first. Now, I gotta say this. I did drop Opera Singer, but I don't have any other hunters that I'm good at. Because typically my Opera tends to have 73 MS. That's usually considered to be pretty mediocre for Opera Singer. It's really hard to win against high-level players. On every other hunter, 73 MS is really not that bad, but for Opera, it's not the best. So I have Seer, Mechanic, Priestess, and Antiquarian bans here. I did ban the Seer because I knew if I get kited for so long by a Seer, I'm gonna just lose. Mechanic is also going to be a very, very difficult survivor, so I had to ban her as well because I don't want to get Cypher Rush. Priestess, I just banned it because they do it in tournaments and I didn't want to have to deal with it. And then I also banned Antiquarian. So I think they were actually expecting me to play Goatman, funnily enough. I don't know why they thought I was going to play Goatman, but like they picked a Goatman counter comp here. I really think they're expecting Goatman. But I played Opera Singer instead, simply because I didn't know what else to play. I literally was like, I'm just gonna play Opera Singer. She's decent on Never Sleeping. We'll try. Unfortunately, though, maybe it was probably not the best decision. We'll just say that. So we also kind of messed up. We didn't have area selection, so we don't have the ciphers on this one. But you'll basically be able to tell what the ciphers should have been. All right, so it looks like we have a tied Knee-Jerk Gardener, Borrowed Flywheel on Perfumer and Forward, and then Full Kite on the Novelist. So I spawn here, they spawn here in tournaments. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna chase green. Aaron told me if I chase green, I'm gonna lose. I'm not gonna chase Gardener because she's in a strong area. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just chase the Forward. Usually Opera can do pretty decently well against Forward sometimes, but this is my Opera we're talking about. So now luckily, I think I saw some people in chat trying to make excuses for me. I wasn't actually lagging that badly this match. I had like 48 to 52 MS this match. So I don't really want to see people making excuses for me in terms of ping. However, I will say, I haven't played Opera Singer in like 2 weeks, and I haven't even played IDV in a few days, and I didn't warm up at all because, I don't know, it's been tough. So as you can see, I'm bringing Detention, Confined Space, Excitement. So I'm literally playing for a draw here. I am literally just playing for draws. I already messed up my dash, as you can see here. Not only was I very nervous, but I was also very rusty, and just with recent things going on, I was in no shape to play competitively. So I was kind of just playing for fun. But, you know, it's still a tournament, so of course, this team is going to try their absolute hardest to win. But yeah, again, with this matchup, things are already looking really hard here. Now, I should have TP'd right here. I really should have TP'd earlier, but I thought he would start using his ball, so I waited. Because I was like, oh, he surely will think I'm going to TP here, so I'm going to wait for him to use his ball, and then I'll TP, but then he didn't. So that kind of sucked. And yeah, things are not going so well. He's going to be able to just get into Graveyard without too much trouble here. And yeah, I'm not lagging here at all. So right here, I'm like, okay, I have to try to bait out his fly because I know he's got Flywheel. So I pretend to use Blink. I don't have it. So that, fun fact, that was my one good play of the session, or the one good play of this game. Everything else was awful. Everything else was awful. As you can see, I've messed up my dash so many times here. And the Forward actually runs back into me to mess up my dash. Like, this is the kind of stuff that high-level players do, dude. You don't see, like, you know, Griffins and Alicorns going for this kind of stuff. Only the high-level players will run back into an Opera Singer to cancel her dash. That way he can get even more distance. So 3 ciphers pop, and things are not looking good at all. So I know I have to do some forward vaulting garbage here, so I just have to break the pallet. But then Novelist decides to buy some time. And I'm like, green, huh? Do I just switch targets to green? I'm already losing. I'm like, okay, well, I get a quick hit there. Green messes up the Flywheel. And at this point, I'm kind of just like, I kind of know that I've lost. He actually gets a really good prediction on my TP there. But again, you know, I'm not supposed to be chasing green. I probably should have excitemented there, but I was like, it's too far in the match. It probably wouldn't have worked anyway, because he was just really, really far. And then I just messed up here. That was just me messing up. So, yeah, again, things are looking pretty bad here, as you can see. Things are looking very, very bad here. I just go for Arena for a second to force out a Perfume, and then I go back to this Forward here. And it really sucks because Forward was just... I brought max pallet break, but, like, he just kept dropping pallets. He just kept pallet spamming, and I couldn't catch up. Like, I literally just couldn't catch up. Like, I couldn't catch up. I just couldn't. Like, I literally just could not catch up. And I messed up my dash there again. So yeah, it's a mix of nerves, never having played Hunter and Attorney before, fighting some of the best survivors on the server. It's not really a great mix-up, honestly. It really isn't. And even you can see that the chat is making excuses for me, saying that I'm lagging. I wasn't lagging. I'm just playing bad. I'm just playing very, very badly. So at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how to win. I can only really win with a Terror Shock. So that's what I kind of have to do. That's the only way I can get a draw even. So I'm like, okay, the Perfumer's coming in. Maybe the Perfumer has Tide Turner. I think there was a pause here because somebody was lagging, unfortunately. I think it was the forward. Wasn't very long of a pause though. And now we're back to trying to get this Terror Shock. So I'm kind of just moving around. Opera has a very fast swing speed, so I'm kind of just trying to make it not obvious. But Rena does a very early rescue, which I was not expecting, which is kind of the whole point. I do hit the forward down here, but they get a good pop. And then I'm like, okay, well, I can't chase the forward because he's in a good area. I might as well try to hit the Perfumer down. I messed up my dash there. I don't even know how that messed up. That was like a micro spacing issue. And then I get very greedy trying to go for the Perfumer here once again. And yeah, as you can see, things are just not really looking too good here. Not really looking too good. Unfortunately, the tram comes at the perfect time and they flywheel onto the tram. And, well... so, again, I'm just playing for fun, so I just use my excitement there. Probably shouldn't have, because I kind of forgot, oh, right, I'm up against, like, really, really strong survivors. So, yeah, I probably should not have wasted my excitement there. I do see that the dungeon was there. I knew it was going to be there because why wouldn't it be? Because it's me. Knowing my luck, I was like, okay, dungeon's definitely going to be there because, like, why wouldn't it be? So... I'm honestly surprised you could excitement on the tram. That was actually, when I was playing this match, I was just kind of like, huh, wow. Well, I could just excitement on the tram. That's cool. Who knew? Who knew, bro? Who knew? And so then I realized, uh-oh, they're going to try to save because they still have Tide Turner probably, and my detention's running out in 44 seconds. So, yeah, things are not looking too good here, as you can see. Now, there were a lot of people upset about the other team because they're getting greedy. I don't know why they were. They're literally playing in a tournament, and if they get, like, really good results, they get more money. So, like, of course they're gonna. So I realized, they're gonna go in for a double rescue. Forward's gonna want to stun me, and then maybe Gardner could rescue. From the body language alone, I knew Gardner had Tide, which I was glad about. I could tell because Forward was trying to be bait. I knew that Gardner was supposed to be the one to rescue. Unfortunately, I did not expect Green to also come in because I was looking at the forward and then Green gets a sneaky little rescue, drops a Paladin time, and I realized, oh, I'm cooked because now the forward can harass and I don't have excitement because I wasted it on the freaking tram. And I try to like emote a little bit and it looks like the forward doesn't really fall for it, but again, I don't have anywhere to chair, so I'm like, huh, there's no good chair here. No matter where I chair, if they have Tide Turner, they're gonna be able to get out. Luckily, though, I picked up the person with Tide, and we chair right here. This is a rich Gardner. Sheesh, they got the rich stuff. So the entire team starts coming in. I gotta make sure I don't give Green a book. But yeah, as you can see, the entire freaking team starts coming on in here, which is, you know, gonna be hard because I don't have detention anymore, and there's 3 of them. So they go for some swap play here, which forces me to use my excitement. I literally have to. And then I'm like, maybe I should not have swung because now they're about to IDV themselves out the gate. And this is not looking good. They're trying to mess up my dash here, so I just dash past them. I know the forward has flywheel and ball, so I don't swing at him immediately. My only shot is with the Gardner. So there's the flywheel. I do hit the Gardner, and it's like, huh, I should be able to pick up, right? I should be able to pick up. The forward has enough ball for a stun. and they walk out. Yeah, just enough ball for that, bro. Just enough ball for that. Oh, man. So, yeah, I got 4 escaped. To nobody's surprise, I mean, how is a hunter that has never even seen peak tier, has only seen the bottom of Dragons, supposed to fight literal top players on the server, including a Koa player? This matchmaking was disgusting, bro. It was completely randomized, but I literally drew the shortest end of the stick possible. Because I think any other team, if I'm up against any other team than this team, I can maybe get a draw at best. Maybe get a cheeky win if I get lucky, like if I get a lucky Terror Shock. Otherwise, I can probably get a draw. Against this team? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Okay, so on to the second match here. If I don't draw, I think I just lose. I forget exactly how it was, but I think I have to get like a really good amount of points here. Otherwise, I'm just cooked. Maybe I even have to 4K. I actually don't know. So if you notice my builds, I'm actually just bringing 2 builds called YOLO. Because I realized the only way I even have a chance against these guys if I just bring like a really weird random build. I can't bring like normal builds. I have to bring like just random weird stuff. So I banned out Mextier, Priestess again, and I banned Batter as well. Because they started picking a ton of harasses. They picked Archer, Anti, Cowboy, and Journalist. By the way, I just want to mention something as well. Something that I think is really interesting for this tournament is that the hunters that are considered to be Demon Kings, they have to let people know what hunters they're going to be playing, which I don't know why it's set up like that. I guess it's just because, like, oh, you're supposed to be so crazy good at this specific hunter, right? You're supposed to be so crazy good. It's like, this is your S badge, this is your representative character, and most people have to play that, right? But that means they can also counterpick it without much knowledge, because they're like, oh, okay. Now, I believe in the rules they did say you don't have to go that, but it's usually, they said it's recommended that you do, just so you can represent that character, right? But that also makes things even harder for the hunter, because they can counterpick you, which is exactly what they did here. They picked Archer because they knew I was going to go Night Watch, and they picked Anti, which is also very good against Night Watch. Journalist is 50-50, but it also means no double down, which is kind of what I was going for here. And then Cowboy. Cowboy was the only person I could Cowboy was the only person I could chase here. So I'm like, okay, I guess I have to go after Cowboy here. I don't really have another choice. So the match begins. Of course, I pick my boy Ithaca because I have literally nothing else in my arsenal. So Cowboy gets a very good spawn, actually. He even starts working on a Cypher, which is kind of crazy. Wow, he actually didn't even rotate me. That's crazy. That's some disrespect right there. What the heck? The quality dropped on Kuroshiro's, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna see flywheel, just 3 flywheels on this team, and then journalists with Tide Knee Jerk as well. So keeping things up with the Tide Knee Jerk. So if you can see my build, I only have Confined. If you've seen any of my like Night Watch streams where I stream Hunter, on Hospital Arms Fight, I tend to bring a really weird build. That build right there, you can see it. It's a very like just risky build, because if you get kited, it just doesn't work. And the only reason I brought this was because I just kind of wanted to cheese some victories here. That was actually just a really good lasso. I didn't even know that that has been done before, and that was just a really good flywheel. As you can see again, the team that I'm up against, they're just very good. And it's really hard to hit them. It is very hard to hit them. Cowboy keeps getting so much distance with that lasso. I just can't catch up. Anytime I'm about to catch up, I just can't. So I finally, with Impulsive, am able to get this hit here. If I didn't have Wind plus Impulsive, I was not making that hit, dude. I just wasn't. So I realized, okay, my first hit is so long to the game, I realized this is almost a 3 Cypher kite. And then look at this Cowboy lasso. Peep this. Look at this. I was like, oh, he messed up. Look at that. Boom. What was that? I was not ready for that, dude. And then I just zoomed through the pallet after like trying to sit still and dull their patience for a little bit. So that was bad. Terrible down. That was the 3 Cypher kite, but you know, that's typical when you're up against me. So now I realize, okay, I know the Archer is here, and I know that they're gonna try to get like a backdoor rescue, but I really want to apply some pressure to the Archer, because I know that the Archer's gonna want to harass, right? Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about it because the Ithaca fast win is the most reactable thing in the world. I excitement that. I probably shouldn't have excitement that. I showed my hand too early. Because now green can come harass for this Cowboy as well. So I try to be a little sneaky here and suck in the Archer and then switch targets because I just kind of have to. And then I didn't know how much a dash did. It's 36. 36 laceration is what a dash will do. I didn't know that. So that's pretty good to know for now. And I try to catch up to this Archer. Again, see how little the stun lasts, because now that I have like the stun reduction. That's that max stun reduction right there, dude. I see the Antiquarian coming in. Green obviously is cracked. So what I try to do here is I try to maybe get a sneaky hit, but I also have to respect the fact that it's an Antiquarian. Green flywheels. And then I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just chair here. And I got once on the Cowboy, so I know what he's on. So I know what 2 Cyphers they're on. I just need to try to force this early rescue. Unfortunately, it cannot happen, and I don't even get my wind here either, which really sucks. I don't even get my my wind. Yeah, I just can't. I thought green was gonna come in, so I tried to do like a sneaky reverse charge attack, but it's green, bro. Green's done so much, and then this is like the ugliest thing. I just hit the chair. I was really trying to go for a chair shock there, and then green obviously like look at the reaction time. He's too good, bro. Like, how am I supposed to be freaking a rival member, bro? This guy has been to Koa, played with the best in the world. How am I supposed to compete with this as a content creator who's never freaking reached Hydra? So I realized, well, the only shot I have left is to go for Cowboy, because he's already been on the chair and he doesn't have anyone supporting him. Now I have dulled a lot of the items, which is like the only good thing here. I realized, okay, everybody's pretty low on items. I just didn't know how much exactly. So I dashed to catch up. I'm expecting Cowboy to use his flywheel here. You'll see me like dance around him, not swinging at him because I'm trying to make him use his flywheel. But he wants to save it for endgame, which is like, okay, that means the Cypher is basically going to be primed. And they just pop right there. And then green is there at the perfect time. I didn't know. I could have maybe cut up to the Cowboy, but green was right there at the perfect time, dude. Of course. And then I go for a fast win. I didn't know if green's flywheel was up, so I just kind of baited it. And as you can see, I have no detention. So that's not good. I know that they're opening up this gate because green's running to it. And then I just walked through. I kind of figured green would be able to react to that. He didn't. But I just used excitement just in case. Because I was like, oh, well, this is green. If I just excite him, he won't be able to anyway. So I don't know. So I cheer green. And of course, because I have the detention, I'm getting jumped by the entire team again. So yeah, things just look awful. They just look so bad. I see the chat saying, please put in baseline. I don't have Giant Claw. I can't make that, dude. I literally can't do it. So I can't force the journalist in because she has the doofus. I don't want to give her a free hit. So I use the Windsuck to pull her in. She wastes out a doofus. So at this point, I'm kind of just like trying to gather resources. I hit the journalist because I have Max Berserker, and they're running toward the entire team. So yeah, I get hit, and then I get like hit again, and things are not looking too good, right? So my only shot is I have to hit green. I literally just have to hit green through these 2 body blockers, and then also deal with harassment potentially later as well. So as you can see, it's gonna be rough, bro. It's gonna be rough. So I bait the pallet drop, and then I'm like, okay, if I can jump over the pallet, maybe I'll be fine. But then they jump over the pallet instead, and then I'm just desperately trying to get a hit on green between these 2 body blockers. I do that, I see the flywheel, I turn around, and I get a hit on green miraculously. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I can do something here. But then I realize, oh wait, they still have harassment tools. Cowboy's out of lasso, as you can see here. I didn't know he was out of lasso in this. So I'm like, okay, I gotta hit the Cowboy, I gotta force him out. But green will heal in time really fast because he has flywheel. So all I can do, I'm just gonna wait for my excitement. Because I'm like, I don't want them to use any crazy items. And I just use excitement, even though they have nothing. They have nothing to hit me with, but I didn't know that. I knew Reno was out of items, but I did not know that the Cowboy was out of items. I thought he maybe still had like a lasso or 2 left, because I know that thing lasts forever. And yeah, at least I got 1 kill, right? At least I got, and you can see me freaking out at the end. At least I got 1 kill, right? Oh, dude. It was rough, bro. It was rough. I don't... I don't know what I was supposed to do, bro. I don't know what I was supposed to do. So yeah, that's the very first time I've ever played Hunter in a tournament. And considering the circumstances, obviously I did awful. But there were a lot of things making it so I couldn't perform at the very best. And, you know, to be fair, my first Hunter tournament going up against a Survivor team at that level... it's just completely unfair, bro. I really just drew the shortest end of the stick, dude. I truly did. So I'm really curious to see how that team will match up against some of the other Hunters, because that team seems really, really strong. And I think they could, I don't think they'll force keep other Hunters, but I think they can consistently win against some of the other S-Badge Hunters as well, because that team is just monstrous, dude. They are absolutely monstrous. So I'm really excited to see them in the future. I'll be doing another match in this tournament as well. But I hopefully will not get matched up with somebody who's just absolutely bonkers, crazy, insane. As long as I don't have to go up against them again, I'm fine. Give me anybody but them, and I'll be fine, dude. I'll be fine. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I was very nauseous. I felt like throwing up the entire time during the games. But it was also really fun. It was really, really intense. And I would definitely do it again. But I definitely need way more practice, because these guys have years of experience over me. And... yeah, it's just, that was just a really tough matchup. It was really, really tough. But again, I had fun. So yeah, those are the matches there. Those are indeed the matches. So I guess I'll see you whenever Game 2 happens. I don't know when it will, but it hopefully should be sometime soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Maybe we'll do a little bit better. Who knows? Maybe I'll play something goofy. Who knows? I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.